Greetings, my fellow learners. So this blended classroom that I'm trying to create is going to give you some basic information about forensics and forensic investigations. It's too complicated to try to focus on just one aspect. There's just too much information. So I want to give you like a brief overview. The info picture for this particular assignment looks at catching the learner's eye. So blood stains, blood patterns, blood at a crime scene tells us a lot of things. It's written in blood, and each one of those different things tells us more about the crime. It tells us more about the suspect. It tells us more about the victim. And so sometimes you have to dig a little bit deeper, analyze the whole scene, or analyze it on a microscopic level. Moving forward with an infographic, a long time ago, I was told that you cannot put a newspaper on a postage stamp. And so the same can be said for infographics. They need to catch your eye, they need to be visible, but at the same time, they do not need to be overwhelming. And so what I want you guys to understand is that for blood sample, if I have an unknown blood sample at a crime scene, I can use that blood sample, assuming there's enough of it, to get blood type. Is it human? Is it canine? Is it feline? If it's human, what's the blood type? There are 15 different ways to do blood typing, and we are most used to the A, B, O, and RH factor blood typing. So are you looking for a B positive or an AB negative? Sometimes you can run it for DNA and get a hit if the person is in the system. If they're not in the system, you can get chromosomal identification. Is the blood from a male? Is the blood from a female? What are the genetic traits? DNA sampling and trait isolation has come so far that we now can take a DNA sample or a blood sample, pull the traits, and even if I can't get a hit in a DNA database, I can tell you whether it's a blonde male with blue or blue-green eyes. I can probably tell you some additional traits, light-skinned, dark-skinned, just a lot of variable information. Some cases have actually been solved by the antibodies that are present in the blood from vaccines. The blood spatter itself will tell you the direction of travel. It can tell you the number of strikes on the victim. Without looking at the victim, I can tell you how many times whatever they were hit with or stabbed with was pulled back and sent down again based off of the cast-off spatter. The shape of the blood droplet tells me which direction that blood droplet was falling. Was it an angle? It was straight down. Was it most likely off of a person or the object if it's perfectly round? Even then, I can tell you from the approximate height that it was dropped at. And I can even go as far as to tell you whether it's arterial spray or a smear. Is it passive transfer or active transfer? Did it come off of their body? Did they smear it? So blood at a crime scene can tell us a lot more other than you got blood at a crime scene. Oftentimes it can tell you so much about what happened and your victim and the person that you're looking for who caused all of the trauma.